Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Dak Prescott, he is back. The Cowboys are rolling. We are diving into it. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So this video is a small sample size of what will be available this week over at the Quarterback School Patreon community. The Cowboys, full game, balling out. How do they do it? Really some cool offensive design. Great job executing in the run game, some play action, moving the pocket, Dak playing at a really high level, some skilled perimeter players. I think you're really going to dig it. So if you're interested in that, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. It will drop this week. Again, small sample. Check it out. I appreciate the support. Let's get this video going. All right, the Dallas Cowboys are back. Dak is back looking good. Love the design here right at the gate. We got big 6'6", splitting out wide. He's all over the place. Fullback, getting creative with the heavy personnels. Dak, though, throwing a strike. These perimeter screens look easy, but so much of it is predicated off the accuracy of the throw, being able to give it to that upfield shoulder. Check out the design here. This is quads. And you don't see a whole lot of quads in the league. And you certainly don't see a whole lot of quads with the number 66 lined up out here. Now, obviously, the Falcons have some issues as far as just pure numbers, but this is essentially 3-on-3. We got big. We're good to go. This thing is a thing of beauty. They can't get lined up. Probably aren't used to seeing a whole lot of quads in the league with the tight hashes. But my goodness, you don't want to play corner and see 6'6" roll up on you. Love the offensive creativity, offensive architecture, getting your guys the ball in space. Heard it before. Pretty good theory. But again, predicated off the quarterback being able to deliver this thing with the strike. Also love this as an early play call. It's like making a free throw. See the ball go through the net, get a completion, get the chains moving, and now that's a huge chunk play, but it leads to being able to convert on big third downs right here, 3rd and 6 for the touchdown. We're throwing a corner. We've got leverage all day. CD Lamb, the number 3 up top, the inside player on the bunch. Great release, kind of slow corner, and they do an absolute outstanding job with these red zone corners. This throw's not certainly near as good as the dance, but a little bit behind him, but we can see Lamb here. Watch this release. It's basically, at the end of the day, it's one-on-one, right? We're right here, right here. We can see initially the leverage is still pretty good, and he's just a tick inside, but when he gets outside here on this release, gets outside, and then he almost like stutters him. To me, I'd love him to set that thing a little bit higher, but this throws a little bit behind him, being super picky. Still certainly a great throw, touch, but man, love the design here. Get to it through bunch. You can see him, right? Like, you've already got his leverage. They must give him a lot of creativity with these stems. Kind of slow this thing and then accelerate away. Now, I will say, when you watch the entire game, to me, Prescott has just the smallest tendency to get himself into trouble by drifting to where he's throwing. So to me here, trying to get lined up, throw to the left, and then he just occasionally drifts over, and there's not always that block like Zeke has right here. Watch 21 come across. Boom! Pass Pro is not passive. It's a nice finish, though. One more time here. Just great design. Shift to the bunch. Really asking a lot of a defender to go man-to-man with inside leverage on a corner through that kind of traffic from the 1 and the 2. And again, when I'm talking angles, and we talk about it, I feel like I talk about it every other video on this channel, but normally when you run a red zone corner, you want that thing to go to the back pylon as the aiming point. And then the quarterback can throw you basically in this entire space. The tighter you roll this thing out of here, the smaller your own window. It's like you're covering yourself playing wide receiver. In a perfect world, my favorite landmarks are run it to the back pylon, throw it to the halfway point in the end zone. And they do it perfectly later versus zero look. But right here, it's just shaved a little bit. You can see it tightens the window. So it's certainly a good enough throw, but close to being a nice play by the defender. Nice job by Lamb securing it, finishing it off. There you go. One more time, just the footwork and the pass protection. Again, love to see a back be able to come across and do this. Obviously, this guy's got some thunder. But this is what being a 3-down back looks like. Boom! Jeez. But as we watch the entire game through the Patreon community, he does occasionally drift and get himself into trouble. And I think it's something just to pay attention to. It makes life more difficult than it has to be. Right here, this is a beautiful naked to the left with anticipation to the corner. You don't see this a lot. It's even better from the back end. He throws that thing right there. That corner up top is not separated yet. He's not out of the break. And it's a beautiful throw. I'd love for him to keep his feet and make it even a more electric play. But just a little naked coming off the edge. And look how they get there. 84 from the backfield, from really a sniffer or fullback position, inserts inside and runs the corner. And look when he lets this thing go. I mean, he's separated right there. 84 is not out of the break yet. They're hip to hip. That's trust, anticipation. That's elite quarterbacking. It's cool offensive architecture too. You don't see a whole lot of corners from basically the sniffer where we're booting to you. Secure the edge. Again, you can see what it does. I love when you secure an edge on one of these nakeds because it allows you to take this play fake and come out vertical, but know that your edge is secure. You don't have to come out crazy steep. So he secures the edge, then he's into the flat. Couple that with a corner from the backfield, throwing it with anticipation. That edge player that we bang here, he still is able to get a bit of a release here, and that's the guy you're kind of going off. But it's because you secure the edge that you allow yourself to even have the opportunity to throw it down the field, as opposed to just coming out and throwing a flat. Let's take a shot. And I mean, he makes it look super smooth and easy. This is going to your left, throwing an anticipation, tight coverage 7 route or corner. I mean, this thing is a thing of beauty. You don't see a whole lot of guys in the league making these types of throws. Just love the anticipation of it. My goodness. Great structure of the play as well. Love them getting Dak out of the pocket, changing the launch points. Right here's the other corner. CeeDee Lamb again to the number 3. Again, that's just too much leverage. This is really what I'm talking about when I was talking about landmarks. Perfect with the corner. He always go into that back pylon, and then the throw brings him back to the star. See that? Just that little rounded. You give yourself that huge big window, especially versus coverage 0. So we come back here. They heat us up. They're bringing more than we have to cover. They've got 6 coming. Love Dak with the retreat, the accuracy. This like making a beautiful fadeaway 3. Guy right in your face. Now, the D-line coach for the Falcons is probably telling 93 to put his hands down and run through Dak. But if he's going to do that, stutter his feet and put his hands up, just keep bailing, and that's just a beautiful throw. Great touch, great anticipation, great vision, great understanding, just a thing of beauty. One more time. They're going to heat you up with 0. You like your matchup. You got your leverage. As soon as he wins outside, you know you got it. So you're able to come out here outside, set this thing to the back pylon, and really not even that straight of an angle. It's like a runaway corner. Banana that thing to the back pylon, and then throw that thing anywhere right here. Just what we talked about on the earlier one. Now, it gets even more magnified when you have to do it off 0, and you have a short edge. And Dak just doing a great job retreating, having enough arm strength, core, torque to be able to put that thing exactly where he wants. Just an absolute thing of beauty as far as quarterback execution, accuracy, touch. Again, most guys would drift just a tick away as opposed to it. It's easier said than done, obviously, when you're throwing to your left. And I think they probably block it wrong on the right side. 71 looks to me like he should be going out to 6. So really, he's got 2 hot edges. But man, that's a beautiful throw. Touch, fade away, absolute dime. My goodness. And then the last one here, 4th and 2. They call a naked, going to your left. They do a decent job covering it, and he just says, I'll take it myself. I think the most important part of this is after the initial contact, boom, right there, the surge. Watch the leg drive. Surge, finish. Finish through about 3 or 4 guys. I would have scored from the 8. Boom. Drive, 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 drive. Love it. Just can tell what a competitor he is. There's not a whole lot of quarterbacks that are his size that are lowering their shoulder at the goal line. And that foot drive right there, just boom. I love it. I really do. That's one of those things, I don't know how much you can teach this, where that after that initial contact to then finish it by that kind of foot drive, that kind of power. pretty special. Really nice job. Fun to watch Dak and the Cowboys play at such a high level because they really do mix what I would consider some college-y type game planning, scheming, just being super creative, open-minded, and got some huge playmakers on the perimeter. So that is a wrap. Dak Prescott, Cowboys, small sample. If you're interested in the entire video, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the description. I appreciate the support. I will see you next time. Have a good one.